What's going on, people? I see how the coronavirus is trending on the internet, on Facebook, on YouTube, even on Instagram. People are talking about it. Everybody's talking about the coronavirus. I've been warning you about that for the longest. I've made a few videos on that virus. And of course, I'm sure not too many people saw my video after I deleted my major channel. But those of you that do see these videos, I encourage you to re-upload them, to share them. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because that's the only way information will get out, because I spoke about the disease X that's going to take out 80 million of the population. Back in 2009, I believe it was. And even before then, I talked about population reduction. And I gave a few methods on how they're reducing the population, not only in America, but across the globe, right? And you have people that's actually migrating to other nations just to be taken out, just to be able to lose their lives. Think of the number of immigrants or illegal immigrants that lose their lives while trying to migrate or trying to steal their way into America. Think of the number of illegal immigrants or migrants that come to this nation and lose their lives. So you have people traveling just to die, right? Population reduction is real, it's serious. Now, back in October, I made a video, and you can search my channel, and I talked about disease X and how it's predicted that so many millions of Americans and people across the globe will lose their lives with diseases. And on my WordPress page, there's an article that lists all of the diseases that's predicted to be in America and across the globe. Now, somewhere in the back of my mind, the coronavirus is a weapon that China is using, because you know about the protesting that's taking place in China, about the deals that Trump is trying to make with China. All of this goes together. All of this is one. This is of one energy. This is the bigger picture, right? So because on certain levels China is losing, China now unleashed, and I talked about this in the last video, about how you see in a lot of these Asian countries, they're walking around locally with face masks on. And at first I thought, well, maybe they're germaphobes, they don't want to catch the flu or a cold or what have you. But this has become a lifestyle for people, for Asians, to walk around with face masks on, right? So they're walking around with face masks on for a reason that we don't really understand, right? So Americans need to wake up, and it's sad that so many Americans, especially the so-called black Americans, don't have the discernment to actually see the signs of the time. There's some that may speak on it, but when it comes to really understanding what's happening on this earth, they really don't understand, because if they understood, they would not take part in the LGBTQ community. They would not take part in the demon crap agendas. They would not take part in abortions. Anything that's unrighteous, anything that's ungodly, they would not take part of that if they had righteous discernment to be able to discern the signs of the times. Now, when it comes to this coronavirus, this is only the beginning. This is the beginning of sorrows. the beginning of sorrow. So when you start seeing cases, man, where people are taken out by mysterious diseases, this is not by coincidence. And this is only the beginning of that. So you have to prepare yourselves. I'm not surprised. And that's why I never really made videos on the coronavirus. I never really post articles about this virus because I already knew about it. And I tried to warn you guys about it. But it goes in one ear and out the other. Sometimes you'll comment, make it appear that you're aware, but then when it really comes down to it, you're not. You're not at all prepared for this. So a lot of you become victims of your own selves. Choices and decisions that you make upon yourself. You're protesting and defending unrighteousness. That right there is a recipe for disaster. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that link again on the bottom to that article that talks about disease X. Just read it. And if you look at the number, the viruses that they list, you will see the coronavirus. This is not new. But again, somewhere in the back of my mind, this is a weapon that China is using because of the resistance. And keep in mind, there's a price to pay when you resist. I'm not talking about resisting Trump or unrighteousness or righteousness. I'm talking about when you buck against the system, when you're not in support of the media and its wicked agenda, when you're ready to take criticism, threats, and attacks for righteousness' sake, there's a price to pay. There's a price behind being righteous. And that's why a lot of people choose not to follow that path. That's why a lot of people choose the straight and narrow way, actually the broad way that leads to destruction. That's the road that everyone travels, right? So this coronavirus is not a new thing. And it's only the beginning of sorrows. So feedback, tell me what you think, subscribe, share this video. But I want to show you this guy, this shirt. See this shirt that I'm wearing? Now, it's on Teesprings. I'm going to also put that link on the bottom. And you can also get this shirt on that website. See? I am fearless. So if you too are fearless, and if you're not afraid to buck against the system, see, YouTube is punishing people for speaking out against the system. That's why a lot of your accounts are being removed. Your videos are being removed because there's certain information that they don't want to spread. And if you have a popular channel and you have the authority, the power to reach millions of minds, you're a real target. When people listen to you, you become a target. Especially if you're bucking against the system. So feedback, tell me what you think, subscribe. Until next time, I'm fearless.